Well, it is creative, and it is business. And it starts with, I'll tell you, I used to sit on the board for Fashion Group International. If you know who they are, they're a fashion organization that's based here in Atlanta. Sweet young white woman by the name of Sally White. Sally White was the publicist when she was in her prime time. She was that publicist for the city of Atlanta. Okay. And she worked for Neiman Marcus, Saks, and so forth. So I remember I walked up to her one day and I said, Miss White, I'm going to start Fashion Week here. And she laughed at me. She said, oh, you're not. I was like, yes, I am. So that put fire under me because if anybody know me, I'm an entrepreneur. I worked in PR marketing, experiential marketing for me since 2005, 2006. I was like, I'm going to get this started. I know exactly what to do and I know how I'm going to do it because I'm very good at what I do. And I've done amazing work here in this market, and I have elevated this market from the music scene to the film and television scene to now it's going to be fashion with my press hits that I get on a regular basis. So I start building up.
Right. It's just like, right. Well.
I never really did it that way. You just put fire, you're absolutely right. So I do have to approach it that way, and I have to be a lot more vocal when it comes to my skill set because it is there. I've done really good work, and I have to admit that. But I decided that I was going to move forward. Now, the challenges here is getting the city itself, and when I say the city, meaning the people that reside in the city that have influence, not only the city of Atlanta, but Fulton County, but then also the influencers and the VIPs at Thompson Buckhead, and we were speaking about what's going up. They're infuriated and tired of Atlanta. There's no support, there's no monetary support. They just feel overwhelmed and feel like they cannot build their brand here in this market. Designers, yeah, and these designers have done well. One of the designers I spoke with, he was very instrumental in 8732. Yes, it's an urban brand, but that urban brand sold for $30+ million when it did sell, and if you know who started that, that was Young Jeezy. Same thing with a Cool. A Cool, yes, an urban brand, but that brand is selling right now at every trade show, making millions and millions of dollars. That was a very smart business move on T.I., even though he's not heavily involved in the brand anymore, but that brand is still at Magic, it's still at Top Show, it's still at all these different shows with sales reps that are selling. Jason Jeter, Doug, the whole team over there at Grand Hustle. So fashion does have a place here. America's Smart brings in over 100,000 people that come in 4 times a year. That drives economics for this particular market. People just don't understand it because we never truly embraced it, but they didn't embrace music at first. Nobody ever thought that we would take music from New York. We did take off that. Nobody ever did. No, we didn't lease it. We ran the music scene for 30 years. The same thing with the film industry. Nobody ever thought that film would come and take over like the way that it did. So I see Tyler Perry, absolutely. Absolutely. But so now it's just getting Mary was very instrumental in that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, also made Andre Dickens. Now everybody sees it because Andre Dickens has an arts advisory committee. I'm sitting on that committee now, and we're trying to create different art districts for visual artists, fashion, music, and everything. That is our task for the year. We also have Fulton County, which has FACE, which is Fashion, Art, Culture, and Entertainment. FACE recently just hosted their first gala this past Saturday, but they're also investing money into the community, which is the fashion and arts community, to really grow it to become a really prominent discipline for this particular market. So there are challenges, but since 2006, I've been campaigning for this, hosting events and just being consistent, and now I'm seeing the fruits of the labor really come around because BMW, which is our official automotive partner, I went out with them for 3 whole years. And they kept saying no. They finally came on board for this year. So that's a major, to have a luxury automotive partner such as BMW with us really elevates what we're about to do going forward.
proud of you, Angela. So we're going to open it up for questions, but for a few questions if you have some. But before we do that, this is what I want you to tell us, each one of you. I want you to tell me your favorite iconic designer. I want you to tell me your favorite emerging designer, because I think they are both equally important in fashion, and especially in Atlanta fashion. Because we know the iconic brands and we love those and we support those. But for the industry to continue, we always have to support the next. What is the next thing that will carry the industry the next 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 years? So, would y'all like my microphone again? Nobody else speaks up.
I got introduced to B. Noel last was it November when we produced that event? Yeah, she brought a shop. She brought a pop-up shop. So me and Iman worked on that together, and I love her resort wear. It is absolutely beautiful. The design, the aesthetic, the craftsmanship. She really puts a lot of hard work into her style and her creations. And so for me, I fell in love with her because I knew about her, but I didn't really know about her until I got a chance to work with her last November. So thank you for that. And so she would be like, to me, I feel like she's an established designer because she's been part of CFDA, which is the Council of Professional Designers of America, and so forth. And she shows that New York Fashion Week. Last season, she introduced a $1 million dress that had a whole bunch of, had actually $1 million on the dress. Yeah. So she is amazing. And I also love, I would say, it's Tue. I love Tefar. I think Tefar is doing some amazing things. I know I recently just saw the design that he created for Beyonce on the concert, in Seattle. And then also locally here, I would have to say Cease and Desist is a menswear brand. That brand is hot. He had a really hot season last year. He placed this $5,000 leather suit, which is so dope, on Diddy for Billboard Awards. He placed it on Lil Baby when he performed at Coachella, and then he also placed it on LL Cool J when they did the 50 Years of Hip Hop Grammys. So it got a lot of press behind that. Him, and then from a female designer, I love Kenya Freeman, which is with Sylvia Molly. If you guys know who she is actually selling. She actually kind of diverted her business plan or her business model and started working with Shein. I know a lot of people have qualms about Shein, but Shein has also created opportunities for the designers to make money and to also sell their designs on a very high trafficking platform. But in reality, that girl can design, that girl can sew. She is really, really good at what she does.
She's one of the designers on the scrub line.
Yeah, she's one of the designers on the scrub line.
Oh,
And so
cool.
you can only imagine if you know her designs or know about her, you can.
What I was looking for, and I was so amazed. I was just so amazed. I'm like, I want this shirt with this shoulder out right here. Give me a little cut right here. And she came back and it was there. So I can certainly say that. Now I'm not as fashion savvy as these ladies. You know, I love the guy with, and my upcoming fashion designer is Mia Michelle Green. Fashion designer since she was a baby. She was putting together stuff and turning it and doing things when she was a child. So just to see that she is now put this, I mean, I didn't know about this. So you just look for her on the next Atlanta Fashion.
And yes, shameless plug. She's not just designing. My baby freehand drew these designs. Like, so she drew the designs and then transferred them to digital shirt. So I think when we say
That's
she's
cool.
artistically creative, she did. Jackie pulled her out the womb.
Oh, wow. Dr. Jackie.
Mia Michelle is my assistant. She assists me on styling jobs and creative director jobs, and she's really